What am I gonna wear? How am I gonna walk? What wig should I wear? How am I gonna act? Am I gonna cry?
Hello fellow bald beauties. We're gonna have a little chat today about dating while bald. Let's be honest, dating sucks whether you have hair or you don't. Add to that the fact that you are bald as a woman. It just raises a lot of different questions. Should I be upfront about telling guys that I have alopecia? Should I wear a wig on my date? What wig should I wear? Should I tell him that I'm wearing a wig? When? How? What do I do if we get intimate? Dating with alopecia can be really nerve-wracking. On one hand, you think, yeah, my alopecia is a health condition. It's none of the guy's business. On the other hand, you almost feel like a fraud because you're wearing a wig and when you take it off, you look totally different. I'm here to tell you it's all gonna be okay. I'm gonna show you how to date while wearing a wig. Throughout the last few years, ever since I decided to shave my head, I have been personally experimenting with how and when to tell a guy that A, that I have alopecia, and B, that my hair is not real. And I have had varying degrees of success. The most important thing that I have discovered when telling a man is to not tell him too soon, but also don't wait too long to tell him. And your delivery is gonna be super important. I've noticed that when I tell a man around the first date, it kind of, I wouldn't say that it turns him off, but it's too much too soon. He just doesn't know how to take that information. He'll usually ghost me. What I have found is that I will tell a man between the third date and the fifth date. And the reason why is because if you're past 2 or 3 dates, then it's a sure sign that the man is really into you. You'll avoid the awkward situation of being physical with the guy and then disclosing at that very moment that you're wearing a wig. It's really easy for a guy to run if you tell him something about you that's a little bit different and he has no sort of emotional connection towards you. You really need those first few dates to build that attraction and for him to start making some sort of emotional investment towards you. I've always heard that just based on the people that I've talked to, that their partners didn't intend, you know, to date somebody with alopecia, but that this person was so special and they care about them so much that the alopecia doesn't even matter. And I will say this, if a guy is trying to kiss you like on the first, second, third date before you've had the opportunity to tell him that you are wearing a wig, what I usually do is if he starts trying to put his hands back here, I just pull his hands down and I say, oh, I don't really like my hair being touched. That keeps me from having to disclose it very soon and I can tell him when I'm ready. So the question is, how do we tell a man that we're wearing a wig? I found a video on YouTube probably a couple years ago from a woman and she gave some really good advice. I've been following it ever since. All she says to the man is, hey, are you okay with the fact that I'm wearing this wig? And then the guy's naturally gonna be like, you're wearing a wig? And she says, oh yeah, I have an allergy and it makes my hair fall out. Stop. Like, leaves it there. Doesn't go into like all this medical jargon, doesn't start going off into tangents. No. I have an allergy and it makes my hair fall out. That's it. And if the guy asks what kind of allergy, just say, my immune system just attacks my hair. And that is true. And it is the simplest way to explain autoimmune, which hair loss is autoimmune. And I always say, are you okay with the fact that I'm wearing this wig? I don't do it in the middle of a crowded restaurant. I do it when we're alone. He'll probably ask you what your hair looks like underneath or if you even have hair. And at that point, I pull out my phone. I have ready in my phone a very beautiful, flattering photo of myself without a wig on. I pull it out and I say, so this is what I look like without the wig. And I show him the picture. I've never had a man like freak out or say, oh, they're like, you're beautiful. Like, they don't care because they've already emotionally invested in you. That attraction has built up to a certain point. That's why it's very important you keep that attraction by making sure that that's a very flattering photo of you. From that point forward, the cat's out of the bag. I feel a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. I just own it. I own the fact that I wear a wig. When it comes to being physical with the guy, usually by that point, he's already asked you to take it off so that he could see you. You just own it. Own your baldness. Wear some really pretty earrings, do your makeup really nice, have some really sexy lingerie, and own it, baby girl, because that's all you can do. I don't want you to spend the night with a guy and have your wig on the whole entire night, getting matted up against the pillow and ruining an expensive piece. Own it. And here's the thing, you're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. That's fine. There are a lot of guys out there that I'm not attracted to. It's whatever. When it comes to finding a partner, the really cool thing is you're only looking for one person. One person. You're probably gonna have to go on a whole bunch of dates and meet a whole bunch of men. You will find that one person. You just have to be careful with how you play your cards. If you throw it out there too soon, the guy is just gonna get totally bombarded and he's just not even gonna know how to react. You're gonna lose him. Guys like it when you keep it simple. So keep it simple. And when you do have that conversation with him and tell him, oh yeah, I have an allergy and it makes my hair fall out. Don't throw a pity party for yourself. Don't sound sad. Just say it just like that. Just be really upbeat. Yeah, it's whatever. It's no big deal. Because the thing is, if you act like it's not a big deal, he's gonna think it's not a big deal. If you sit there and you kind of have your little sob story and get all emotional about it, he's gonna freak out, okay? Take a step back and be easy breezy with him and you'll be fine. That's how I handle dating. Something else I wanted to mention is lately a lot of men want to add me on social media. I have an Instagram page where I'm very open and honest about my hair loss. I do not give men my Instagram account. I just don't. I prefer to be the one to tell them that I have hair loss, because if, let's say I meet them on a dating app, we haven't even been out yet, they go to my Instagram and see my pictures, they're not gonna take me out, because it's just so easy at that point, before they've built up that attraction, to just go and find somebody else that doesn't have alopecia. That's why you have to ease the guy into it. Usually what I will do as far as social media is I will let the guy onto my Snapchat. I am very careful about what I post on my Snapchat. I do wear a short wig to work Monday through Friday, and then usually on the weekends I will wear long hair. If I know that there are guys on my Snapchat that I'm anticipating a first date with, I will usually just stick to the same color. I've had guys ask me, did your hair grow out? What's up with your hair? Like, it was short yesterday and it's long today. When I just say, oh, extensions. Because so many girls wear extensions anyway, it's like no big deal. And if he asks, well, what kind of extensions? Because you're switching it up. Oh, just clip-ins. It's a little white lie, but it satisfies his curiosity, and in a way it kind of slowly eases him into the fact that you wear alternative hair. But you're eventually going to have the conversation with him, because here's what's gonna happen if you don't tell him. If you're dating a man and you never get to the point where you disclose to him, eventually you're gonna be physical, and eventually he's gonna touch your head or whatever. He's gonna feel that, you know, there's like tracks and all kinds of, there's a cap under there and stuff. He's gonna recoil and not know how to react. Then it's gonna be super awkward for you to tell him that you're wearing a wig. When you do get intimate with him in the bedroom, you don't want to run the risk in the middle of activities or whatever, this wig flying off your head, because that would be super embarrassing. He's gonna be like, why the hell didn't she tell me this? It's kind of a big deal. That's my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm curious to know, comment below, how has it gone in the past when you've told a guy that you wore a wig? How did he react? I sincerely hope that this video was helpful for you. Love you guys.